hope you're having a fabulous day. I'm so glad you're joining me. Well, I have a fun floral project to share with you. We're using a brand new press plate that arrived over at the Pinkfresh Studio shop. My project today is actually for a blog hop celebrating the brand new release this month. There's lots and lots of inspiration, and I hope you can join us. We're going to use this beautiful floral press plate. Look how pretty that is. Okay, and then I'm also going to be using the coordinating Never Give Up stencil. This will stencil in our florals easily. And I'm bringing in actually the whole suite. So we have the press plate, the die, the stencil, and the stamp set. And I'm bringing in the stamp set because I do like the greetings in here. It goes perfectly with this beautiful floral. And the dies will cut out the greeting along with the image in the press plate too. Okay, so I'm going to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to stencil first on my cardstock, and then I'm going to press it. I think that will give me a better impression. I'm thinking, we'll see if that will be a big mishap or not, but let's try it out. So let's bring in some cardstock. There's 4 stencils in the Never Give Up stencil set, and I'm using the Spellbinders Porcelain Cotton Card Panels. Pinkfresh Studio sells these. Now I do want to mention each of these are indexed, which is really nice. We're going to go in order. And then there are notch marks. Okay, since we are doing stenciling first, lining these up is very important. Since our leaves are one layer, I'm going to start off with the light ink. We're actually going to do a little bit of a blend on here. I have Fresh Pear ink. I'm going to bring in my blending brush, and I'm just going to go over all of our leaves here. And then I'm going to go in with a slightly darker ink. This is Olive. I'm going to use one of my 1/2 inch blending brushes, and I'm going to add a little bit of darker color to some of the edges. I love doing this. It just makes your florals pop. I think that's going to work great. We'll put this back. We're going to go ahead, I went ahead and wiped off my stencil. We're going to go ahead and lift this up. I think this is so pretty. Okay, I'm going to go in with stencil 2, line up those notches. With stencil number 2, we're going to use Coral Reef. Pick up some ink here. And this is my lightest color, so I'm just going to go over this lightly. And then I will wipe off my stencil, and then we are going to take our stencil number 3. I'm bringing in passion fruit. And then we are going to add some nice darker color. Okay, and I'm thinking this is looking so pretty. I'm going to come in with my stencil number 4. I'm going to go in with an orangey ink. This is Persimmon. And let's take a look. And I just think that is so pretty. And it worked fabulous on my cotton card panel. Now I'm going to go ahead and create one more panel the exact same way, and then we're going to stamp our sentiment. So now I have 2, and I'm going to put this one aside. We're going to die cut this one out. Since this is the cotton card panel, I don't want it to go to waste, so I'm going to stamp my greeting directly on here. I'm using the Never Give Up stamp set, and I really love the greeting that says, "Never give up on the things that make you smile." That is beautiful. Since we have the coordinating die, I think we can do some layering today. I'm using my Pinkfresh Studio Detail Black ink. We're going to stamp it here. I think they have the most beautiful greetings. I just love this. I'm going to go ahead and take the coordinating dies, and we're going to die cut out this beautiful floral. And then I'm also going to take the greeting here and we'll die cut this out. Eventually I'm going to fussy cut one, but I do want to do my letterpressing first. So we're going to punch out all of these pieces. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. And that's not even with it letterpressed. Okay, let's put the dies aside. We have our greeting cut out. Now I'm going to bring in my Spellbinder's BetterPress. Let's take we're going to go ahead and take our Never Give Up press plate. I'm doing this kind of backward, but it's because I think I can get, I'm doing this backwards because I really want that pressed impression. And sometimes when you ink blend over it and sometimes when you die cut it, it just, it's not as strong as if you do it last. Okay, I went ahead and put my Never Give Up press plate in my BetterPress system. Okay, what I'm going to do next is take my cotton stenciled flourish. I put tape behind it. I just used my Best Ever craft tape and I rolled it, and I adhered it to the back. Now I want to place this directly on my press plate like this. Okay, and then I'm going to take my top piece. I'm going to press it down so now that cotton card panel is stuck exactly where I want it. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it over and then I'm going to add my ink. I'm going to be using my Pinkfresh Studio Detail Black ink for this. And when I add it, I'm going to make sure that I'm not going to move that press plate. Once we have ink on our press plate, we're going to add our top plate, and then I'm going to run this through my die cut machine. So we ran it through the BetterPress, and look at how gorgeous that is. Just beautiful. So pretty. Now I'm going to do the same thing to this one. Let's go ahead and remove this carefully. So we're just basically going to repeat the process. Ink this up. I had to clean off my press plate, but we're going to run this through, and then we should have two beautifully better pressed florals. I'm going to go ahead and clean off my platform here, and we're going to do a little bit more better pressing. Using the Plaid press plate. This is new to the shop too. Love this. Super fun, and I love that it's great one way, both ways. We are actually going to line it up here, and I'm going to create a plaid pattern with this, but I'm going to be using my black detail ink. What we're going to do is go over this. Now that we have our background inked up with detail black, I'm going to add my cotton card panel right over the top, and I'm going to run this through my Platinum 6, and I will be right back. Okay, let's go ahead and remove this. Love this. Here's what I'm going to do, just so I don't want any, you can clean this off and flip your paper, but I'm going to flip my press plate. So I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to line it up here. And then this way, I don't have to clean this off. I don't have to move this. And I just re-ink it. Just making sure these horizontal lines now line up with my grid marks. Okay? I think that looks great. I'm going to take the top, I'm going to run this, I'm going to put my cover over the top. I'm going to run this through once more. And look at the results. Oh my goodness. Now this is really hard to tell. Let me put this to the side. I'm going to lift up a corner here. I use my Spellbinders tape runner to adhere it, so I'm going to carefully lift it up. You can see it removes some of that cotton, but isn't that gorgeous? This is a great print for Dad's Day too. Okay, so I'm going to take this panel and I'm going to adhere it directly to my card base. I'm using an A2 size card base. Okay, so we have a beautiful card front panel. Okay, I mentioned I was going to do a little bit of fussy cutting. So I'm going to take this. I like layers on my cards. So today's card is actually pretty simple. I'm going to take this second flourish and I'm going to fussy cut this flower out here, just using my scissors. That one's cut out. When you die cut first, it makes it really easy. And then I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut this one out. I don't want any of the green showing, so I'm going to cut to the line on some areas. I ended up cutting out 2 of the smaller flowers also. We're going to flip this around and I'm going to add some foam tape behind all of my elements. Now I do want to add something a little bit on the very bottom of this panel. So I'm bringing in the Pinkfresh Studio Slim Lacy Edgers die set. I'm going to take this edger and I'm going to die cut this out with some black cardstock. Make sure the cut line here. So this is what my edge looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? I have a piece of cardstock. This measures 1 1/4 inches tall. I'm going to layer this on top of my white cardstock. I'll just use my tape runner for that. Tack this down. I love the way this looks, how elegant this looks against the white. This is going to go on the very bottom. Now I kept it extra long on purpose because I wanted to make sure that I can evenly space these flowers here. Okay, we're going to take our floral and I'm going to add this, and then we're going to layer these flowers right on top for a little added dimension. I love doing this. I've never did it with a BetterPress, but I love the results. You still have the Letterpress look, but it's so pretty. And I'll add these little flowers also. Okay, I'm going to add a little adhesive to my greeting, and then on one side I put some foam squares because I'm going to double up and tie a bow with this. I'm going to use a glue dot to secure the bow at the base of my floral here. We're going to finish our card off today with the Pinkfresh Studio Glacier Jewels. That will finish off my card today using the Never Give Up press plate. I hope you get a chance to check it out and join us for the blog hop celebrating the brand new release. Have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for joining me. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.